I got to look here and get my bearings just a little bit.
Julie and Steve, this is Devil's Hole. This is just right around the corner from,
it's been 20 years
well, there's campsites all around this place, all around Devil's Hole. There's a road that comes in here, right off of Walsingham Bridge Road that I just showed you a video of. As a matter of fact, there's a campsite right there. There's a dozen campsites in here probably. We came by coming into Devil's Hole. It's 90 foot deep, blue hole to the bottom. A great tank dive. Great tank dive. I was telling Bob about the blue hole out of the caverns. It had different bottoms. First bottom was 86 feet deep. And then you'd sink to the next bottom, which was 112 feet at normal river levels. Of course, it would be shallower than that now, but anyway, kids would love this. Great place to bring a tank, or we can bring the hooker unit and dive it. Might not get to the bottom. I think we only got 80 foot of hose, but
yeah,
might get to the bottom as low as it is.
This is about normal for it.
Is it?
Yeah. And what's unique about this, right out there in the middle, because this thing's really just quite conical shape, and right down in the middle, it goes straight down, and then it just goes into like a
chimney.
Kind of like a chimney, yeah. It's not very deep. Yeah. You know, it's fairly short, maybe 10 feet or something like that. And you can see a passage that goes out of it, and I'm sure it goes out to the creek.
Yeah.
Because the water doesn't come in there, it actually goes out there. And the water, you see right over on this side right here, the water comes in through the sand here. It's got real coarse quartz sand.
Yeah.
And when you get down and 10 feet deep in there and you look back over there, you can see the thermocline of the water that's coming in. It's cooler than the water that's in it.
Right. Beautiful. Great place to dive. Great place to camp. Bring the four-wheelers. You can scuba dive. You can camp out. You can ride your bikes. Just have a ball right here. I
found a watch in this hole that I kept for, I bet you I kept that. It was an old cheap-ass watch.
Yeah.
And I bet you I kept that watch 10 years. It was running when I found it.
We'll bring our metal detectors down here and work the hole, work it out.
It's real. When you get down just a little down the edge, it's real leafy.
Yeah.
And that one submarine dredge that I built, it's got the grate across it on the inside. I built it for this, so that it would blow the leaves straight through it, but anything else would fall down through the grate.
Yep. That's horse trails right there.
Yeah.
I've been through.
This is clean. Oh, this place used to be littered with beer cans like you cannot believe.
Yeah. Great place to come.
Oh, it's a great. This was the party site around this area.
In other words, there's a remote chance old Bob might have had a drink down here.
Yeah, but I wasn't into that party scene. But you go down here and find beer cans, syringes, and condoms all over the place. There was no lack of
Not
them.
necessarily in that order?
Not necessarily in that order.
There's another sink right over there that Bob and I have buried our ex-wives in.
Better not put that on the net.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right off he can find a creek. He can find a creek's just right over there. I mean, the creek itself is just the other side of that scope of woods and that campsite right there. So you could swim in the creek.
Yeah. That down in the bottom of this is trees, just like pickup sticks. They're like this. Yeah. You got to pick your way through the trees.
Sure.
To get down in it. Because it's really the part that goes down gets fairly narrow. It's not real big.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that shaded dark spot that you see in there is as big as it is, the deep part.
That's pretty typical for blue holes. A lot of them, the good ones that got good flow will have a chimney in them, but the other ones will just boil up from the bottom.
Yeah.
Literally boil out of the dirt.
Yeah. Well, this boils through the dirt on the side up here shallow.
Yeah.
And then it goes out that. And it's pretty good flow because I kicked silt off of the